Jennifer Canning. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Brewster School. I'm on summer vacation just like you are, but I'm getting ready to go back just like you are. But the library, Levi Co-Library here in Middlefield, invited me to read one of my favorite stories with you. So I'm here today to share how I spent my summer vacation. It's written and illustrated by Mark Teague. I think you'll probably hear some similarities to your summer vacations in here, or maybe not. We'll find out. Here we go. The story starts with a little boy in his classroom writing on the blackboard, "How I Spent My Summer Vacation" by Wallace Bleff. That's the little boy's name. He's the main character in the story, and you'll find out when you come to school, especially if you're a kindergartner and you haven't been to school, this is a very popular topic of conversation when school starts. Your teachers and your classmates are going to want to know, how did you spend your summer? And we'll find out together. So Wallace says, "When summer began, I headed out west. My parents had told me I needed a rest. Your imagination, they said, is getting too wild. It will do you some good to relax for a while." There's the train that he took out west. So they put me aboard a westbound train to visit Aunt Fern in her house on the plains. But I was captured by cowboys, a wild-looking crowd. Their manners were rough and their voices were loud. I hope that didn't happen to any of you on your summer vacation. I've never heard this happening before. "I'm trying to get to my aunt's house," I said, "but they carried me off to their cow camp instead." Uh-oh. The cattle boss growled as he told me to sit. "We need a new cowboy. Our old cowboy quit. We could sure use your help, so what do you say?" I thought for a minute, then I told him, "Okay." Then I wrote to Aunt Fern so she'd know where I'd gone. I said not to worry, I wouldn't be long. And Wallace sent his aunt a postcard to tell her what had happened, and he said, "Dear Aunt, captured by cowboys. Don't worry. See you soon, love, Wallace." I wonder what she thought when she got that in the mail. That night I was given a new set of clothes. Soon I looked like a wrangler from my head to my toes. But there's more to a cowboy than boots and a hat. I found out the next day, and the day after that. Each day I discovered some new cowboy tricks, from roping and riding to making fire with sticks. He learned some cool stuff on his summer vacation. Slowly the word spread all over the land. That wrangler, Kid Bleff, is a first-rate cowhand. The day finally came when the roundup was through. Aunt Fern called, "Come on over, bring your cowboys with you." She was cooking a barbecue that very same day, so we cleaned up a little and we headed her way. And in case you don't recognize this, because we don't have many of these anymore, that's a phone booth. And there's a phone in there that rings sometimes if somebody calls it, and that's how his Aunt Fern called him. The food was delicious. There was plenty to eat, and the band that was playing just couldn't be beat. But suddenly I noticed a terrible sight. The cattle were stirring and stamping with fright. It's a scene I'll remember till my very last day. "They're gonna stampede," I heard somebody say. Just then they came charging. They charged right at me. I looked for a hiding place, a rock or a tree. What I found was a tablecloth spread out on the ground. So I turned like a matador and I spun it around. It was a new kind of cowboying, a fantastic display. The cattle were frightened and stampeded away. I think Wallace saved the day. Then the cowboys all cheered, "Bleff's a true buckaroo!" They shook my hand and slapped my back. Aunt Fern hugged me too. And That's how I spent my summer vacation. Now, if you look at his teacher's face, I'm not sure she believes him. And you might remember from the beginning of the story that his parents said that his imagination was getting a little too wild. And I'm not sure that going out west fixed that. But I'm going to let you decide for yourself if you believe that this is what really happened on his summer vacation. There's one more page though. Wallace says, "I can hardly wait for show and tell." So, boys and girls, I hope you enjoy the remaining days of your summer vacation. And if you are in my class at Brewster School for kindergarten, I cannot wait to meet you, just as I'm sure the rest of the kindergarten teachers at all of the other area schools are looking forward to meeting their students too. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. Enjoy the rest of your summer and have a great start to the school year.